Everything is extraordinary. It's a real dream. It's incredible. I must say it's the first time I've really seen an entire show of hers. I found it extraordinary.
It's couture, research and development through the living dress.
Totally. The technique, the beauty, the elegance, the dream aspect, too. It's all about real couture, true haute couture, and the art, a hybrid sort of art. Obviously, the art is really there.
Haute Couture. Dutch designer Iris van Herpen has once again pushed the boundaries with her living dress, made from 125 million bioluminescent algae. Like all living organisms, it needs 8 hours of sleep and a calm, cool environment. But above all, this dress is a manifesto.
Well, the living look is a metaphor for the whole concept of the collection. The collection is about our relationship with the ocean, how vital it is. It's the largest and most important ecosystem on our planet, and it's not in a good state. So this living look is really about creating that relationship with something that you care for. We have to take care of this look in order to keep it alive, and that's what we need to do with our ecosystems as well.
Concern for the fate of the planet is also guiding fashion designer Imane Ayissi. He calls his collection Ikorok, which means a garden left fallow in the Iwando language of Cameroon.
And it calls out to us, because nature needs us. Nature has given us beautiful things. Why do we pollute it so much? Humanity needs to rethink its own education on this. I know it's not easy for everyone, but we have to make an effort and take care of nature.
So how does this translate into the collection?
Yves Saint Laurent a été exemplaire pour lui.
Yves Saint Laurent was an example for him, as were people like Karl Lagerfeld. And it shows in his work. It's impeccable. The dignified way he splits the fabrics, the fluidity of the silk, or the silk taffeta. It feels like a kind of sculpture, but within the rules of haute couture.
Haute couture.
Defending Australia's water, land and Indigenous cultural expressions, Grace Lillian Lee has been embroidering body sculptures for 15 years, an ancestral technique requiring 150 hours of work per piece, 3,500 meters of cotton thread to tell the love stories that brought her parents and grandparents together.
This for me is a continuation of my culture, but a way to celebrate our identity, and it's something that I really want to share with the world, how beautiful our culture is and not something to be afraid of and want to hide. So for me, my upbringing, unfortunately, it wasn't celebrated in my family's upbringing because of our horrible history within Australia. So it's a stance for my people.
Haute Couture can also make sure that musical heritage endures. On the stage of the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées, conductor Zaïa Ziouani delivers her interpretation of Ravel's mythical Bolero in a dialogue with Stéphane Rolland's refined collection.
It's true that, for example, we don't have a saxophone in the orchestra now. That was a slightly personal choice, because I felt that, because of the intimacy of the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées and the way we saw things, the instruments were perhaps a little too bright. So to underline the movement we're going to have on stage with this fashion show, with the models and also, well, the garment itself, which is very dynamic, particularly in this collection.
Vous ne pouvez pas faire une collection inspirée par le boléro sans comprendre.
You can't make a collection inspired by the Bolero without first understanding Maurice Ravel's inspirations.
C'est pour ça que mon trait est minimaliste.
That's why my line is minimalist, bordering on Japanese graphic design. We're in a Spanish courtyard, which is a bit like that, black graphic, and strangely enough, my girls look like samurais. It's very surprising. And the collection came out very quickly, in a flash.
C'est en un geste.
But before trying to save the world, perhaps we should take care of ourselves. Clara Daguin grew up in Silicon Valley, She's an undisputed specialist in new technologies. All her outfits are luminous. Today she's heading for Las Vegas because that's where she shakes off her worries. She wants to turn her thoughts to other things, to dreams.
C'est cool d'avoir une inspiration où tout match.
It's cool to have an inspiration where everything matches, the theme of light actually. So we had a lot of fun. We've got a jackpot dress, like you've won the jackpot and the coins are falling out. We've got the Bellagio dress, the Bellagio fountains, the water flowing and rising. We've got a drag queen with a roulette dress, so when you press on her nipples, it triggers games. You can bet on them and everything. It lights up, numbers and all. So we had a lot of fun.
It looks like this idea will be sticking around then. Haute couture is still a dream. In fact, it's the dream.